Over 80% of business loan applications get denied, not because their business isn't making money, but because the business isn't fundable. Lenders, they're not looking at your passion. They look at a strict automated checklist. If you want banks to practically be beating down your door to lend you capital at 0% interest rates, credit lines, and term loans, you need to build your business through 4 distinct phases. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the complete blueprint, starting with the 20 lender compliance items you can't afford to miss, all the way to high-level finance programs. Let's get into it. Level 1, lender compliance. Level 1 is your foundation. Think of underwriting as a computer algorithm. If your business fails even just one of these 20 compliance checks, the system will auto-reject your application before a human ever gets the chance to look at your file. So, this is how we're going to do it. You have to set up your business properly. There's no way around it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Your business needs to be set up correctly before you can ever think about getting funding. So, what do I mean set up correctly? Well, for one thing, your legal structure. You should have a formal LLC or corporation. No sole proprietorships. Why, you ask? First of all, you do not want your business, the funding that you get, you don't want that linked to you personally. You want that linked to your business for several reasons. If you don't know, go look it up. But just know that what I'm saying about the LLC, you can ask anybody that owns a successful business that is very important that you form an LLC or a corporation. Do not go asking for money as a sole proprietor. 9 times out of 10 or 10 out of 10, they're going to tell you no anyway because they don't want to lend money to a sole proprietorship. It makes it look like you're not even serious or you don't have a real business. And 2 is your name, entity name. The name of your business matters more than you think or realize. So, it should match exactly across all state records and documents. First of all, I do want to say when you're choosing a name, choose a name that is easy to remember, but that also stands out. You want to check the trademark database to make sure that you're not using a name that someone else has already claimed, that someone else has already trademarked, because that can land you in some serious trouble, and we don't want that. But not only that, once you have your name picked out, make sure it matches everywhere. Your EIN, your Secretary of State records, your corporation paperwork, your bank account, Dun and Bradstreet number. All of that needs to match, y'all. All of that needs to match. If you don't know what I just said, you don't understand what none of that is, keep coming to my channel because I'm going to break down what a Dun and Bradstreet number is. I'm going to break down how to formally set up your LLC. I have 5 LLCs. I can help y'all set it up. I do, shameless plug, I do help people do formation of their businesses. So if you need help registering your business, I can help you. I do offer that service. So just comment down below if you need help with business formation. If you want to start a business and you just don't know how to set it up, what to file, all that good stuff, yeah, like I said, I offer those services amongst other services. So we're going to get into that a little bit later though. So, like I said, your name needs to match on all documents, all state records. And you must be, number 3, you must be in good standing with the state. So you must have a active status with your Secretary of State. That means your status is not revoked. Um, Sometimes you can get revoked if you don't pay your franchise taxes. Y'all pay them taxes. Pay them taxes. It's $150 in my state, and I don't know what it is in other states, but you can look it up on your Secretary of State website. You probably got something in the mail if you already have an LLC. You or your registered agent already got a letter saying like it's time to pay them taxes. Pay y'all taxes. Y'all don't want to play with the state neither. I'm gonna leave that there. So, number 4, you need an operating agreement / bylaws. Your operating agreement should be executed and signed. Again, this is something that we'll get into a little later in another video, but just know you should have an operating agreement. You should have all business licenses that are required for the type of business that you are doing. Do not be operating, y'all, without the proper licenses. That's a big no. Okay. 6, foreign qualifications. Register properly if operating in multiple states. So if you are registered in Texas and Florida, you are considered operating in a foreign capacity. If you reside in Texas but you got a business in Florida, that's foreign. So you need to make sure that you are complying with all requirements, all laws. No, they do check stuff like this, and no one's going to give you funding for any illegitimate business, right? So that was your entity setup and licensing. Make sure it's set up properly with the state. Make sure everything matches. Make sure you have all your licenses. You following the foreign qualifications. All of that. Now, we are going to move on to contact and identity. So, 7, you need a federal EIN. First of all, y'all, EINs are free. Do not go out here and pay nobody to get an EIN. You do not need to. And you shouldn't. EINs are free. Go to irs.gov. Apply for your EIN. They will give you a number. And then at the end, they're going to give you a document that you can print or download. You want to keep up with this document. If not, you're going to go through the whole process of calling and asking for it when someone else asks for it, right? So, trust me, I know from experience I've had to do this because I forgot to save the PDF, or it didn't save for me. Okay, so you need your EIN from the IRS. Then you need a business address, y'all. Let me say that again. You need a business address. Real commercial or virtual office with a physical address. No P.O. boxes or UPS stores. I don't know who started this. I don't know who started sending business addresses to the UPS stores, but don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's an automatic denial. They gonna kick your file out so quick. Don't do it. Then we have a dedicated phone line. Local or toll-free number dedicated strictly to the business. Do not use your cell phone number. Don't use your mama number, your auntie number, your cousin number. Don't use your text now number. Like, you need a phone that's gonna work, a number that's gonna work all the time. And I would say it's good to get a toll-free number. That's the 866-888-800, 1-800. Them are the best numbers, because then you can consider that your headquarters number, which is good to have. And it's ways that you can go about setting it up. Again, I'll be doing videos on, the best phone services or how to set it up where it rings to your real phone, but you're not using your real phone number. Like, y'all, it's so many ways to go about doing this. Ring Central, if you need a reference. This video is not sponsored. And I should say this at the beginning, but disclaimer, this is not legal advice. This is just my advice and my opinion. I am not a lawyer, okay? Now we got that out the way. You need a dedicated phone line, okay? So go get you a Ring Central account. I think this one called Hopper or Grasshopper, something like that. I don't know, y'all. Ring Central, I know, has toll free numbers. And there are maybe some apps in the App Store, at least I know for iPhone, that have where you can get like a second phone line. But I'm not sure if they have toll free numbers. So you gonna just type in toll free numbers and you gonna get a ton of results. Do your research. I always tell y'all that. Do your research, okay? Okay, moving on. 411 directory listing. Phone number must be listed under the exact business name on 411. If you don't know what 411 is, look it up. X chat, X Google. What is a 411 listing? Okay? You need to be listed there. Again, I can do a video talking about that. But in the meantime, in between time, go research what 411 is. 411 directory listing is very important to your business. If they can't find you on there, you do not exist. You are not a real business. I don't care if you got your LLC, your EIN. If your name don't come up under the 411 directory listing, they not going to consider you a real business. Simple as that. 11. You need to have a professional email. Email meaning name at yourbusiness.com. Not no Gmail, not no Yahoo, not no Hotmail. And on top of that, use your name at yourbusiness.com. Your name at yourbusiness.com. Do not say Cookie Pedals 216 at mybusiness.com. No, y'all. Use your name. If your name's Sarah at mybusiness.com. That's it. That's all, y'all. It ain't gotta be complicated. You can do support. You can do info at mybusiness.com. You can do any of that, but just don't do no way out there type names. Like, yeah, if it ain't your government name, I wouldn't use it. I'm just saying that if it's not your governmental name, I wouldn't use it. 12. You do need a professional website. Again, I don't care what they tell y'all. You need a website. Stop listening to these folks out here telling y'all don't need no website. All you need is Stand Store. All you need is a Beacon, Etsy, Gumroad. Like, y'all, that may work for some people. When it comes to these banks, you need a website that they can type in. Boom, your website gonna come up. It's gonna tell them a little bit about your business. It don't gotta be long drawn out either. You ain't gotta have 20 different pages on their website. You ain't even gotta have 10 or 5. You could have one main page, a services page, a about page, or you don't even have to have none of that. You can have everything on one page. I'm telling you that. You can have a one-page website that tells them what they need to know when they go to your site, and to know that you do own your domain and that you are a real business. That's it. That's all. And so, y'all, I see this video's already like 14 minutes. I don't want it to be too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up with number 3 of level 1, and then it's 4 phases, so I'm gonna do 4 different videos. I was gonna I knew it was gonna be a lot. I knew I'm gonna be able to squeeze it all into one video because I really want to dive deeper into these topics, but at the same time I still want this to be valuable. So I'm gonna go ahead and do number 3 for y'all, but this is all under level 1. We haven't even made it to level 2, 3, or 4 yet. Those are in the next video. Stay tuned. Those videos are coming next. Stay tuned. You might see level 2, 3, and 4 with me having the same shirt on or not. I don't know. It depends on if I batch create. I'm just letting y'all know now. It's 9 o'clock at night. I probably won't do it till later, uh, till another day. But nevertheless, I know how I am. I might just jump up and go ahead and finish recording all 4 videos. So we shall see. Just know if y'all see me in the same shirt, that's why. Anyways, your financial infrastructure and your industry risk. So, you need a dedicated bank account. Business checking account in the exact legal name. If your name is ABC123LLC.com, I mean, not the ABC123LLC, that's what your bank account should say. If you have a DBA at the end of your business name, the DBA should be there. It should say DBA ABC Tire Services, something like that. So, yeah, just make sure that you have a dedicated bank account, and you want to avoid high risk NAICS codes. NAICS code, again, if you don't know what that is, I'll break it down in another video. But for now, do your research. And some of the high risk classifications are real estate investing, cannabis, high risk finance when choosing your primary industry code. So just to sum it up, a NAICS code is your industry code, and what that means is that this is the code that classifies your business and what type of business you are running. So if you have a boutique, then you are going to be classified as a online retailer. If you resell stuff, you're going to be classified as a reseller. You're going to use the code for reseller. So your code does matter. Again, some people say, oh, it don't matter, put anything. No, don't put anything. Please do not put anything. Do your research and make sure that you're not lying, for one, about what you do, what your business is. If your business is real estate investing, do not lie and say that it's not. But you can put like management, a management company or something like that. But you have to be careful, y'all. Do your research. Like, that's just an example. Now, you go put management in this real estate investing. Don't blame me for what happened, because I ain't got nothing to do with it. But I'm just saying, do not lie. Be honest. But at the same time, you also want to make sure that you are not trying to get funding with a high risk classification. If it's high risk, why would they lend to you? Why would they ever lend you money? And you have a high risk business. Like, not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely going to be harder. Okay, and you must have a clean bank history. We're going to talk about this more in another video as well. But zero NSF or overdraft charges in the last 90 days. Y'all, the last 3 months of your business are the most important. 6 months tops are the most important months of your business. Whatever happened before the 90 days, they don't really care. It's whatever happened within the last 3 months. I'm going to tell y'all that. Most people ain't going to tell y'all that. They're going to tell y'all 6 months to a year. That's true. But in all hindsight, most people are looking at the last 3 months, the last 90 days. So, you must have a merchant account. This is the ability to process credit cards cleanly. Then, you must have IRS tax registration records, matching bank and SOS name character for character. So, how you file your taxes? The name you use on your tax filings should match your name everywhere else. I'm going to put it that way. Everywhere else, that name should be matching. And then you must be registered with Dun and Bradstreet, right? You need a Dun and Bradstreet number. D&B number, whatever you want to call it. You need that number, okay? It's just as important as the EIN, if you ask me. And then You must have bureau searchability. Profiles created on Experian Commercial, Equifax Small Business, and LexisNexis. If you don't know what those is, what I say, research it. Last one, y'all. This is the last one. Then we gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Online footprint consistency. So your address and phone match consistently on Google business, social profiles, and domain registries. So your information has to match everywhere. Okay? So y'all, I'm be coming back to do parts 2, 3, and 4. Wait, I said 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, 4. I promise y'all I can count. I promise I can. So I'm gonna see y'all in my next